Good morning, all of you. Myself, Ujjwal Kush, and as the today's news headlines are: Japan's EXPM, a friend of India, killed while campaigning. 13 killed in cloudburst at Amarnath, 40 missing. Supreme Court relief for TV anchor facing multiple FIRs. Chinese fighter flew very close to India post on LAC last month. India's defense export at record 13K crore in year 22. Delivery man from Bihar spot dead on Imphal. And Indian travel most enterprise to Asia traffic. 165 test positive for COVID in Patna, 422 in state. Mining of chromium nickel in state soon. RCPs rise due to mercy of Nitish. Bravo teacher make a U-turn. Minister proposes food processing institute in state. JDU MLA brother among 5 named in FIR. Man reaches a school with sword to seek money for uniform. Trackle adverse impact of deficient rainfall in state. Fish cat found dead in Baga. Kingpin of fake note racket and wanted by NIA arrested. Goat market is better but still dull in this year. Vendors. Days of unbearable pain and irreparable loss for me. PM pays tribute to Abe. Rahul Abe left lasting legacy in Indo-Pacific. A friend of Delhi, Abe helped realize free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific. CBI books, Mumbai ex-top cop, NSE ex-chief for phone taps. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning to all. My name is Krishna Kumar. Today's headline is Fadnavis Shinde in Delhi to discuss cabinet expansion. New Delhi. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis on Friday night reached the national capital to discuss the power sharing formula with the BJP top brass as the expansion of the state cabinet is yet to take place 9 days after the two leaders were sworn in. The two leaders reached the national capital together and called on Home Minister Amit Shah. It is likely they discuss the government expansion strategy. The two leaders are visiting the national capital for first time after they were sworn in on June 29. During their two-day visit, they are likely to call on PM Modi and their senior leaders, including Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and BJP President JP Nadda. Later, Shah tweeted pictures of two leaders saying that under the guidance of PM Modi, I am sure Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis will take Maharashtra to new height of the development by serving the people of the state. As many as 40 Shiv Sena MLAs have backed Shinde's rebellion against party chief Uddhav Thackeray, and he will bank on those numbers as the Supreme Court takes up the matter on Monday. However, Sindhe will be under pressure to accommodate a maximum number of lawmakers who had flocked with him to Goa and have backed him since then. On other hand, the BJP has already made a considerable sacrifice of gift sacrifice of gifting the chief minister's chair to Sindhe is likely to make a strong bargain for important portfolio including a key department of Fadnavis himself. Source said that the meeting in Delhi with the BJP brass was to finalize the division of ministries between the two parties. Thank you.
Ready for Rishi. Sunak launches bid to succeed Johnson as UK Prime Minister.
Good morning, all of you. Today's article is Ready for Rishi. Sunak launches bid to succeed Johnson as UK Prime Minister. Former British Finance Minister Rishi Sunak, who is also the son-in-law of Infosys co-founder Narayan Murthy, formally declared his candidacy for the Conservative leadership contest on Friday, putting out a sleek video with the tagline Ready for Rishi, changing his Twitter handle to Ready for Rishi. Despite being fined for attending a lockdown party in Downing Street and the scandal that erupted over his wife Akshata non-domiciled status, Sunak is already the front runner in the race to be next UK Prime Minister, while bookie William Hill put Defence Secretary Ben Wallace and Sunak neck and neck at 7-2 odds each had Sunak as the favorite to be a PM. If Sunak 42 succeeds, he will become the youngest PM the UK on Tuesday threw his hat in the ring, tweeting, "Let's resort trust, rebuild the economy, and reunite the country." Hashtag Rishi. Sunak videos, which had almost 1 million views in an hour, began with him looking back on his African Indian roots, showing a black and white photo of his maternal grandmother, a Hindu Punjabi born in Tanzania, who sold all her wedding jewelry to come to the UK in 1966. Sunak reveals how it took her almost a year to save enough money for her husband and the children to follow her. One of those children, Usa, was his mother. Age 15, she studied to become a pharmacist in UK, where she met his father, Yashveer, a Punjabi doctor who had come from Kenya with ancestral roots in Gujranwala. Our country faces huge challenges. Someone has to grip this moment and make the right decision. That is why I am standing to be the next leader of Conservative Party and your PM. He says in the video, Brexit Opportunities Minister Jacob Rees slammed Sunak. He was a high-tax chancellor. Conservative MPs will hold a series of votes to whittle down the candidates to, and then party members will make the final choice in a ballot. Thank you.
There was assassination bid on Abe's granddad too.
Good morning, everyone. Today's headline is there was assassination bid of Abe's granddad to Tokyo. Fumio Kishida, the current PM who rushed back to Tokyo from campaigning in northern Japan. When he heard the news of former PM Shinzo Abe being shot at campaign stop in Nara, called the assassination an act of
Cowardly. Cowardly matlab
cow-
totally.
coward,
Coward.
barbarism
Barbarism.
barbarism in remarks to reporters after doctor from Nara Medical University of Hospital announced Abe's death. Vowing to go through with a free and fair election that is basis of democracy on Sunday. Kishida said to lose a touring politician who left behind enormous accomplishments in various areas regrettable. The shooting comes at a pivotal moment for Japan as it is trying to stake out a stronger uh, leadership position in the region in the face of mounting threats from its neighbors in China and North Korea. And with images of extreme violence from Ukraine and US playing out of screens in Japan. The public is unsettled by the possibility that the nation they assumed was safe may not be after all. Abe's grandfather Busuke Nobusuke Kishi was attacked in an assassination attempt in 1960 shortly after he resigned as PM. He was stabbed 6 times in the thigh by a member of small ultra, ultra-nationalist group, but he survived. The suspect of killed Shinzo Abe admitted targeting the politician and said he held a grudge against an organization he believed Abe was connected to, police said Friday. Senior police, senior police officer in Nara named on suspect as unemployed 41 years old Tetsuya Yamagami.
Hmm.
Tetsuya
Tetsuya
Yamagami.
Yamagami. हाँ.
Who said he had
Japanese name है.
yes sir.
ठीक है तो pronunciation थोड़ा दिक्कत होगा.
Who
ठीक है.
said the had who said he had used a handmade gun. That's the suspect assertion, and we have determined that he is clearly homemade in appearance. Although our analysis is currently ongoing, an officer said police declined to give details of the particular organization mentioned by suspect by several Japanese media outlets describe it as a religion group. Yamagami was pictured at the scene holding a large boxy black object that appeared to have two barrels. Officers in protective gears began searching the suspect's home after 5 p.m. and have confiscated several homemade gun-like items. The suspect told officer he had worked for the Maritime Self-Defense Force, Japan, Japan's Navy, for 3 years from 2002, but these details are also under an investigation. Yamagami also told police he had learned about Abe visit online, the officer said. Thank you.
Of
Lanka police imposed curfew, fired tear gas at the protesters ahead of state.
Lanka police imposed curfew, fire tear gas at protesters ahead of state. Police in Sri Lanka's capital Colombo imposed a curfew after firing tear gas and using a water cannon on student protesters on Friday, ahead of planned weekend rally as public discontent escalates over the worst economic crisis in 7 decades. Police Chief Chandana Vikramatine said Colombo and its suburbs would be under a blanket curfew until future notice. The order came as thousands of anti-government protesters poured into the capital ahead of Saturday's rally to pressure President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to quiet. Thousands of soldiers armed with assault rifles were bused in the city to reinforce police guarding Rajapaksa official residence, which anti-government protesters have vowed to storm. In a statement, Rajapaksa said public were being misled by the opposition and said essential supplies were scheduled to be delivered soon. A spokesperson for the High Commissioner for Human Rights said there were adopted and the
OVL eyes bigger role in Sakhalin 1.
Overnight.
OVL.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anjali, and today's news is amid talks of Moscow considering nationalism, Sakhalin 1 project, state-run ONGC Videsh OVL is deploying additional manpower to share with Kremlin-backed Rosneft a bigger role in operating the oil field. Following ExxonMobil's withdrawal, a Reuters reporter quoted Pavel Zavlini, who heads the Energy Committee in lower house of Russia's parliament, as saying nationalization of Sakhalin 1 was an obvious step after the takeover of the Sakhalin 2 project after Shell's exit. The report quoted Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov as saying that no decision had been taken on Sakhalin 1. OVL and Rosneft have 20% stake each in Sakhalin 1 located in Russian Far East. ExxonMobil and Sudeco is consortium of Japanese firms hold 30% each. Output has declined to 10,000 barrels per day, BPD, from 2,20,000 BPD after ExxonMobil said on March 1st it will discontinue operation in response to Russia's military action in Ukraine and coordinate a gradual withdrawal with the partners. OVL offered to send more personnel with suitable expertise to partially fill the void. People in the know said Rosneft has agreed to the proposal and scrutinizing the list of personnel suggested by OVL. The people cited earlier said in case the government decide the national lease, as seen in case of Shaklin 2, the government will transfer the project to a new company and ask the partner, irrespective of whether they want to say on or not, to buy into new entity. Those who want to exit can then sell their stake in new company. This arrangement will prevent loss of value for Russia's or other investors due to distress sale by exiting partner. OVL never said that it wants and has long-standing relationship with Rosneft. OVL had even funded Rosneft's stake in the project initially. So no one can assume OVL's interest will be safeguarded, one person said. Thank you.
Pay premium as you drive, how you drive. You start from here, then here. Okay.
Very good morning, my friends and honorable sir. I'm Rahul. Today I'm going to read the news article which is
Pay premium.
pay
Pay
premium as you drive, how you drive. Insurance companies will soon after vehicles owner and undertake this insurance that includes pay as you drive. And driving behavior, companies have also been allowed to issue floater covers. ADA has permitted general insurance companies to introduce tech-enabled concepts for the motor own the Insurance Development Authority of India said in a statement, according to the regulator, the advent of technology has created a return case for the insurance fraternity to rise up to yet challenging CEO. Jerry Kohli said this will encourage insurers to come out with new enabled products and is increase competition. Besides allowing companies to pay as you drive and pay as you how you drive. Policies has allowed insurers to issue a floater policy for vehicles belonging to the same individual owner for two vehicles, wheeler and cars. According to Bajaj Alliance Chief Technical Officer T. Ramalingam, Diaz circular is principally a usage based cover as an add-on to an OD policy that gives customers additional protection for those who have a lesser frequency of vehicles used are also based on the driving uh, patterns of insured. This means for example that if you wish to undertake a cover based on the number of kilometers you drive your vehicles, then you can opt for this cover. With the circular, the insured can also purchase one add-on motor cover on a floater basis for multiple vehicles the insured owns, Ramalingan said. He, he added that the objective of such covers in that motor insurance essentially becomes more affordable, especially for those customers who primarily opt for only third party covers and overlook the benefits of OD covers. Thank you.
Benefits to staff will attract GST. Clarify CBI. Clear, okay?
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Roshni Kumari. Today news is benefits to staff will not attract GST, clarifies CBI. Mumbai wide range of benefits such as free beverage, canteen facilities, free parking space, journal
Subscription.
subscription, or even group medicine insurance provided by business
Entities.
entities to employees in terms of contractual arrangement between the two will not be subject to go and service tax GST. This has been stated in circular on the taxability of perquisites to employees issued by Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Custom CBIC in response to qualifications. What is qualifications?
Short.
Short.
SOUGST. Short.
Short from
Clarification को short किया मतलब साफ किया.
qualification short from field officials in order to insurance inform implications of law. There was a few in some quarters that since employers and employee contribution read practice and what is one practice accused
Wait.
accused states
Prerequisites. Perquisites.
Perquisites provided by the former
Perks and perquisites. Salary के अलावा जो बहुत सारी चीज मिलती है. एक तो salary मिली.
former to the later should attract
That is called perquisites.
attract GST on the fair market value. GST on the fair market value. This is apparent has been put to rest by the qualifications. Say Sunil Gawal, founder of the CA frame. Yearly in 2017, the CBIC had issued a press note along the same lines, but a former circular gives to more have said that tax expert Abhishek Jha, indirect tax partner at KPMG India, said that while the term continuation agreement has been used in the circular, it could have wide application and cover HR policies in general to insulate free food provide to employees which doesn't from part of employment contract but is general co-part policy can also be urged.
नहीं, argued.
argued to be covered and such not subject to GST.
Killing cloud burst at Amarnath, 40 missing.
Good morning, everyone. Today the news about 13 killed in cloud burst at Amarnath, 40 missing. Srinagar, a cloud burst in the mountains above the Amarnath cave shrine in the Kashmir brought water, mud and rocks hurting down to the pilgrimage-based camp at Baltal and the area around the shrine killing at least 13 pilgrims at Friday afternoon. Late Friday afternoon and injuring many more while around 40 were reported missing. An official of the Union Territory Administration said the Yatra, which began on June 30, has been suspended following the Treasury, and the decisions on its resumption will be taken after risk operations are over. Nearly 25 tents and their community kitchens were washed away at Balta, some 14 kilometers from the Cape Srin, and some damage in the Srin area as well. The annual pilgrimage and had resumed this summer after 2 years of suspensions because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Risk teams of NDRF, STRF, J&K police and military units rushed to the base camp. Military risk team of NDRF.
Rescue, बचाने वाला. Rescue मतलब बचाना.
Rescue
teams, NDRF, SDRF,
J&K police and military units
rushed
to the base camp close to the shrine and started digging through all mounds of debris after the rain stopped. Looking for survivors and bodies, helicopters were adding the risk effort and airlifting the injured to hospitals. 5 bodies were retrieved so far. Among them, 3 were women. Among them, 3 were women. ITB spokesman or Vivek Pandey said the risk
rescue. RESCUE. Rescue मतलब बचाना. Rescue.
The rescue will continue through the night, he said. Thought darkness cloud impaired the operation. Means a cloud impaired the
Cloud burst हुआ है ना? कितनी बार करे? Cloud burst क्या बहुत तेज बारिश आ गई, उससे बहुत सारे लोग बह गए. वही 13 लोग मर गए in the cloud burst. अचानक से बहुत तेज बारिश आई. ठीक है?
Thank you, sir.
और rescue मतलब बचाना. चलो, rescue team. Delivery man from Bihar shot dead in Imphal. No, good morning everyone.
Good morning everyone. My name is Manish Kumar.
My name is
Manish Kumar.
Acha.
Unidentified for
Unidentified.
unidentified for
एक हमको देखो. Relax. Unidentified.
unidentified.
हाँ.
For songs
हाँ.
gunned down a
delivery
man from Bihar in the Andor area in the middle of a road in a Imphal East district on Friday afternoon. The victim, a temporary resident of Raglan area in Imphal, was returning home after delivering bakery products at Andro in a moped when he was shot dead around 1 p.m. at Ujjwal Chingin before the assailant fled from the
fled मतलब भाग गया.
yes,
Assassins मतलब जिसने मर्डर किया. ठीक है.
Sense source said, however, his name is yet to be confirmed. Minutes after the incident, police carried out a quick search operation, but no arrests were made. The police returned the body and sent it to the mortuary for autopsy. No group has claimed responsibility for the killing till the time of filing this report. The cops also
Registered
a
case.
case.
Japan's ex-prime minister Abe, a friend of India, killed while campaigning. ठीक है. To start from here.
Good morning, everyone. I am Neha. Today's headline: Japan ex-PM Abe, a friend of India, killed while campaigning. Shot in neck with gun, attacker had made himself. Tokyo Shinzo Abe, Japan.
Shinzo Abe.
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 Abe. Abe, Japan's most influential former prime minister, was stamping on behalf of junior politicians from his party near a train station in Japan's all-capital city of Nara on Friday morning. When he collapsed, bleeding on a street, he was shot in the neck. Doctors said by a gunman who later admitted he had come to kill him. Less than 6 hours later, Abe, the longest serving leader in Japan's post-war history, was dead at age 67. A great friend of India who worked to impart more.
Impart का मतलब प्रदान करना. प्रदान करना, provide करना, provide. Imparting, just I'm imparting education. I'm providing education. Strategic. Yep.
That to relation with India, Abe design and the formalized Quad and was also the chief architect of Japan's free open Indo-Pacific policy that aligned closely with India's own Act East policy, acted as counterbalance to China, increasing influence and assertiveness until the assassination.
Assassination का मतलब assassination means, hello class, assassination, normal people murder, but higher officials, president, prime minister, उनका दोस्तों assassination बोलते हैं. ठीक है, two words, activity same है, लेकिन general people का जब मर्डर होगा, that is called murder. और जब prime minister, president, ठीक है, that is called assassination. towards this one. अच्छा, एक बात और है, जब हम परमिशन देंगे, जब कोई चीज रुक जाना यार, तो रिजल्ट बहुत बढ़ेगा, ठीक है ना? मर्डर एसोसिएशन में फर्क समझ में आगे? परमिशन और कंसेंट पे क्या फर्क है? परमिशन एंड कंसेंट।
कंसेंट मतलब राजी से एग्री हूँ।
हम तुमको परमिशन दे रहे हैं कोई चीज के बारे में, नॉलेज पर्सन, लेकिन जब जज साहब परमिशन देंगे, दैट इज कॉल्ड कंसेंट। नॉर्मल पीपल परमिशन, हाई ऑफिशियल जजेस कमिश्नर कंसेंट। अपन में प्रोटोकॉल, ठीक है, ऐसा
At the campaign stop on Friday, the public Japanese news media had largely ignored the parliamentary election schedule for Sunday, when at Liberal Democratic Party was expect PM Modi paid tribute to Shinzo Abe. Writing in the passing away of Abe, Japan and the world have lost a great visionary, and I have lost a dear friend. In a blog titled "My Friend Abe," Abe Sen, Modi described Abe as an outstanding leader of Japan, a towering global statesman and great champion of India-Japan friendship.